seems like a lot for just some dude talking. I'm like, I can't. That song in the lights, I'm like, I don't really think I'm offering what you guys have. I'm just out here in a Trader Joe's shirt trying to do my best. That's it. Don't hate on them. They have a good work-life balance. It's fine. Holy shit, give it up for this show. I can't believe this show. It's my show, and I'm sitting in the booth like watching, be like, yeah, this shit's good. I'm like, oh, I have to do something now. I'm very excited. I mean, again, it blows my mind. Of like, you go back in time, you tell 14-year-old me, like, hey, buddy, you're gonna have a comedy and pole dancing show. I'd be like, holy shit. My life must turn out fucking amazing. And I'd be like, hey, but there is a catch. Because you're also gonna grow up and look like prison time Moby. Like, you got fired from the Blue Man Group for being wider than the other blue men. You can't have a wide blue man in the middle, it fucks up the symmetry. I'm not sure, I think some people were offended about me making fun of myself. I don't think that's ever happened in comedy before, but I get it, I think, I don't know. Turned 40, these New Balances just appeared on my feet. I was like, what? Did they just grow out of my socks? How did that happen? I try and work out, and I come to this show, and I'm like, oh, pull-ups and push-ups aren't gonna cut it, huh? The whole time I watch the shows, and man, when you watch these girls, you're like, you gotta lie to yourself and be like, nah, I'm strong too, though. They're just doing it with like special lady muscles I don't have. Like she was up there in a fallopian grip, I can't do that. If I could do it, I would, but I can't, so. Holy shit. Give it up for being fucking vaccinated, because that's why we're here tonight. It is so good. Listen, if you know people who are not vaccinated, I say like, good luck with that shit this winter, right? You're gonna be eating outside like a fucking pigeon. Eric brought this up, but do you remember eating outside in the winter? God, you could have told me the vaccine was a fucking bullet in the face. I'd be like, cool, give me the bullet in the face, and then I'm gonna eat inside with the bullet in my face. I don't fucking care. It's no way to live. Jesus Christ. I hear there's a lot of New Yorkers here, and you know what I was thinking about this? Of like, this shit hit us in a crazy way, right? I feel like the pandemic asked New Yorkers to do something they didn't get asked of us in 9/11, didn't get asked of us in Superstorm Sandy. The pandemic asked New Yorkers to do something they've never done before, which is live in their apartment. Nobody moves here for that shit. You got people living in walk downs, right? You got people living in underground basements. You are not planning to live in that shit? I'm not even kidding. When I first moved to the city, I got an apartment by the airport with like 3 Jamaican dudes, and I was like, cool, I'll eat beef patties in the shower, I'll work it out. I'll sleep on the train, I got this. Nuts! You know, like people like their kitchen is a panini press. Like this is, you're not trying to fucking live in that shit. When we came out of quarantine, I started doing some comedy shows. I thought it would be fun to ask people if they had any hobbies, and I learned that was a mistake real quick. I feel like the audience would look at me like, drinking, and I learned I don't want to die alone. Is that a hobby? The day I stopped, because I'm not going to ask you people, because the day I stopped was, I said, anybody have any quarantine hobbies? And this girl raises her hand, always a bad sign. And she goes, I learned Portuguese. And you could feel the whole audience be like, fuck you. In Portuguese. Nobody's trying to hear that. I live in Chinatown. Anybody in Chinatown? Chinatown? Yep. Where you at, man? Orchard? Oh, that's nice. It's just me, and we're like the two white dudes who live in Chinatown. I feel like someone made a mistake somewhere. They're like, we just slipped in. People were like, was it weird being in Chinatown during the pandemic? I'm like, no, these people have been wearing masks for years, right? Mostly because I think they think white people are gross. I'm pretty sure they're like, oh, round eye, just get away. I love living there. I think the people there are really, it's a very unique place. I just see a lot of crazy shit every day living in Chinatown, right? Like, first off, bar none, I'll tell you this is a fact about Chinatown. It has the strongest old people. Okay? It is like a retirement home for the Incredibles. I literally watched this old Chinese man pick up a 50-inch TV, right? It was plasma, it wasn't even a new flat screen. Like, he's gonna go fix a plasma TV, God knows why. Picks it up, right? Puts it on his bike handlebars. Right? Gets on his bike, puts one hand on the TV, other hand on his cigarette. And he just rides off. Like nothing. Because it's Chinatown, you know he's in flip-flops. Right? It's the winter. I've seen people in Chinatown moving refrigerators in flip-flops. So you're like, this is nothing to them. I don't understand it. So glad that heat wave broke. Oof. I am not the size for heat. I dress like I like warm weather, but I do not like warm weather. Got these fucking big ass rabbi thighs. My biggest problem is I'm a sweaty sleeper. Is anybody else a sweaty sleeper? Yes. So me and Joanna, if you were to see us asleep in our bed, it doesn't even look like we're in two different places. It looks like we took two different drugs. I am fully nude on top of the covers drinking ice water. Just like my Molly just kicked in. And Joanna is in the corner in a meth hoodie just shivering. And during like one of the heat waves, she was trying to make me the little spoon. I'm not little spoon material, alright? Yes. I'm not doing that. For a second I was like, should I turn around? I'm like, no, I don't have to do that.
You see it from the front, don't worry.
Okay. Is it?
Get your ring over here.
I don't.
No, I'm good, I don't want that.
Can I go now? It's never gonna end. You have a show packed and still some bullshit. Okay. Either way, I realized in the middle of this heat wave that there is probably no weather that women don't want to cuddle in, because when I was looking at this art history book about Pompeii, there's this famous couple, right? They died in this loving embrace, like frozen in stone forever, and people think that's really romantic. And I look at that picture and I'm like, that is a guy going, can fucking volcano be the one weather we don't cuddle in? How my side of the bed where it's covered in lava? Is that too much to fucking ask? When I turned 40, I just started washing my face. I found out water is not enough. Any other dudes here like that? Women, what you might not know is that most men are like, water is enough. And Joanna found out and she was like, you're what's called fucking gross. And she made me buy a face wash and I'm like, alright, cool, I'm done now, right? She's like, no, you're not done. You gotta buy toner. And I was like, oh, I know it's not the shit that goes in a printer. I don't fucking know what toner is. It's like, you put toner on when you're ready to moisturize. And I'm like, I think I'm ready. I don't need to stretch to moisturize. Let's do this shit. So I bought face wash, toner, some other shit that's like a middle step, like a step 3B, like an IKEA manual. And I was like, this is how expensive New York is. Currently, I'm paying $50 a month just to have a face. And it's the same face I used to have for free. And I'm like, oh, this is how gentrification works. I'm gonna have to move out my face. Neighborhood wants a Pilates studio. I'm out of time. You guys are the best damn artists. Keep it up,